What's going on, everybody? Look, you got a little car. Ain't too big for that. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Isaiah, coming to you again from BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. You know, the little circle thing with the little, look like a hat. The bell icon. If you know what the bell icon is. You click on that. That will give you notifications on all new videos that's posted on BucosLocker. As the season get near, can you turn down a little bit? As the season get near, we are closing in on the season that starts. But as you can see, the title of the video, so much is about to start happening. What up, Will Mag? Chili Will, appreciate it, man. Hey, look, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Malcolm, what up, man? I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to fit in the Bucs social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter media community. I'm not really a media member or nothing like that. DSG Carlos, what up? I'm just a part of the Bucs whole entourage, you know, whatever. I'll play my part. Very realistic, logical, objective. I can be pessimistic, I can be optimistic, I can be all over the place. But one thing I don't do is I don't cater to a particular crowd. I kind of talk what I do. But as you can see the title of the video, let's get right to it. It ain't gonna be a long video. But Todd Bowles, congratulations. Congratulations, Todd Bowles. Got a new deal, a 3-year deal. He had 1 year left on his old deal, and they gave him 3 more years. They made him the highest paid defensive coordinator in the league. Deserved. Now there's the thing, you know, some coaches are just better as coordinators versus head coaches. Now, Todd Bowles will get another shot. Now, this contract that he got, a lot of people saying, oh, he's the coach in waiting for the Bucs. Now, I want y'all to give y'all a reminder. Now, I think y'all understand how this works. The contract is not tying him or preventing him from getting another head coaching opportunity after the season. So if a team comes calling, he has a new deal, but that doesn't stop him from taking a head coaching job with another organization, another team. So let's not get too, you know, like, oh yeah, we got Bowles for 3 more years. That's what the contract says. Is he the coach and waiting for the Bucs? If it happens, great. He deserves another shot, right? Everybody, you know, we got a lot of retread coaches getting shot after shot after shot. Mike McCarthy, you know, what's another retread coach? It was Jack Del Rio got a couple jobs. You know, Coach Ron Rivera, like, you know, these coaches getting recycled. So Todd Bowles got into a sugar honey iced tea situation with the New York Jets. That was a horrible ran organization, and he got the sugar honey iced tea into the stick. And he really didn't get a fair chance. He had Ryan Fitzpatrick, Christian Hackenberg. Like, his quarterback situation went right, the roster wasn't right, the GM didn't do him no favors, and he got fired with the Jets. He did go 10-6 with the Jets, but that wasn't his roster though, right? So he comes to the Bucs. His first season, you know, was, you know, defense was good in certain areas. Still had issues in the secondary, but that was first season under his scheme. So the scheme was, they were still trying to learn the scheme. A lot of people don't understand, like, sometimes when a new coach or a new coordinator comes in, things don't pick up right away. So a lot of people deflected, didn't really understand why the defense still was struggling, especially in particular the secondary, because those guys were young and they were still trying to learn Todd Bowles' scheme. Remember, Todd Bowles' scheme can make a lot of players look good. Now you got to be good. You got to be a good player to play in the NFL. But sometimes, you know, with Todd Bowles' scheme, his scheme is known to work when he has the right parts. So I wouldn't say it's all scheme driven. I would say 50% is the player and 50% is the scheme. Some schemes are player driven. Some schemes are coach driven. I think the Bucs situation with Todd Bowles' defense is a 50-50 split. The players are good. The coaching scheme is good. He schemes players into making turnovers, getting a lot of sacks. That's why his defense was top 5 in blitzing percentage. That's just Todd Bowles. He always been like that, dating back to Arizona. You know, even with the Jets below average roster, he was still blitzing. Didn't have the right personnel, but now he's with Tampa, and they have the right personnel for it, right? Now, what that means in the scheme of things moving forward for the Bucs, we got him for this season, of course. Now, the next offseason, if there's a team that comes calling, don't get upset if he takes the job, if it's the right situation. There could be some one and dones. There could be some coaching opportunities coming up next year that we state. If you pay attention to the scheme of things, the Raiders situation, you know, that can possibly come open. The Eagles situation might be one and done. What else? The Cowboys situation with Mike McCarthy if they have another bad season. You know, the Bengals situation. You know, so there's a couple, you know, the Lions. Yeah, Dan Campbell be a one and done. What up for the Ink? Dan Campbell can be one and done. You know, so there's some opportunities down the road. The Texans, they might be a one and done coach situation. The Bears, Matt Nagy coaching for his job. The Broncos, Vic Fangio. So there's several opportunities for Todd Bowles to take if these positions come open, if the situation is right for him. I think he wants to go into a situation where the pieces are pretty much there. He doesn't want to go to a bare bones situation. I don't think Todd Bowles wants to go into a bare bones situation as his next head coaching gig whenever that comes, whether it's with the Bucs or with another team. Want some water here? So we'll see what happens with Todd Bowles, but congratulations on him getting that 3-year deal. And I want to disclaimer, that does not mean he can't take another head coaching job. I want to make sure y'all understand that he can still take another head coaching job. If an opportunity comes open this offseason, I'm pretty sure he will take it. I don't want y'all to get mad. Now, as a Bucs fan, when you have a good organization and it continues to win, what happens is teams will pluck your players and also your coaches, your coordinators, your offensive assistants, your defensive assistants, position coaches. They will pluck coordinators and coaches and assistants off your team. Will it happen to the Bucs? The chances are high. If the Bucs have another winning season and goes deep into the playoffs and possibly wins the Super Bowl again, there is a high probability a lot of teams that's looking for coaches, whether it's a head coach or a coordinator, they're going to come calling, folks. I know everybody's in favor of let's keep everybody for another 2 or 3 years. Let's keep all the players. Let's keep all the coaches. But when you really look at the scheme of things, all 22 starters came back, and then if you look at the coordinators and the coaches, they all came back. The chances of that happening next year is not high, especially if the Bucs win again. That's a big if the Bucs win the Super Bowl again, the chances of Todd Bowles coming back after back-to-back Super Bowls, how could you not strike with the irons hot? I'm an advocate for advancing your career. I'm not going to sit here and be selfish as a Bucs fan and say, oh, Todd Bowles don't need to go nowhere. He needs to wait. Remember, if the situation is correct, he will leave. If the situation is not correct, then he'll do what Eric Bieniemy did with Andy Reid. Eric Bieniemy got looked over because of whatever reasons. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But if teams pass up on Todd Bowles again, or he does not like the situation, we got him for 3 more years. We got him for 3 more years. So if he doesn't get a job next year, okay, cool. And then the following year, if he doesn't get a job next year, cool. At some point, Arians is going to be like, all right, you can take over. And he will inherit a team that he already knows, which that would be the best move for him to make. In my opinion, you are building something here for the future. So you kind of want to see that through and what you kind of like architecting behind the scenes. Remember, Bruce Arians said he's not a hands-on coach. He leaves the defense alone. Todd Bowles has complete control of the defensive personnel, the scheme, the play calling, the decisions, all that. Bruce Arians do not touch that defense. Let alone, he don't even touch the team, to be honest. He only comes out every now and then. He makes his comments. You know how Bruce Arians is. You know, he makes his little stabs at players and all that. But for the most part, Bruce Arians is pretty much a hands-off head coach. So you can kind of say, really, Todd Bowles is kind of like de facto head coach. Now, you got Harold Godwin, the assistant head coach. That's another guy, right? So Bruce Arians don't really, he's like kind of like the CEO. He doesn't have to do anything. He comes out when he needs to. Outside of that, Bruce Arians just like airtime. He likes to be on the camera. So Todd Bowles, his personality is the opposite. Sometimes they say he's too nice. He's too nonchalant. He's not a fiery head coach. Every head coach can't be the same. So Todd Bowles' personality, does it scream more coordinator versus head coach? Can he lead a team, a successful team, if he gets a fair shake? Will he get one with the Bucs? If he stay with the Bucs, of course he would. But he will not inherit a franchise. He's already been here. He's been here since 2019. 19, 20, 21. This will be his third season. So if he stays with the team, you have a foundation defensively already built. Now, for the future in offense, he can figure that out. Byron Leftwich is another one. Stay tuned on that. Let's see what they do with him. But in all, congratulations to Todd Bowles becoming the highest paid defensive coordinator in the NFL. He's reset the bar for DCs. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be other guys out there that wants the same contract or better, but he deserves that based on what he's done with the Bucs. He's got here the Bucs. We already know what the Bucs were defensively. It wasn't great, regardless of what you say about the quarterback situation in the past. But the fact still remains, Todd Bowles made his defense so much better than what the previous regime did. Because a lot of the focus was on the offensive side of the ball, the interceptions and all that, but the defense was still bad. Remember Vernon Hargreaves, Justin Evans, can't stay healthy, Kendall Beckwith. Remember those situations? Remember our cornerback situation? Remember our safety situation? Chris Contact, number 23. Remember that? So a lot of people overlooked that because of the quarterback play. But a lot of people did not focus on the defense, even though the defense was really bad, especially the secondary. Completion percentage was high, yards per catch, third down conversions, red zone, opponent's red zone percentage. Like, the defense was really bad before Todd Bowles got here. And even in Todd Bowles' first year, he got better. You can look at the numbers. And then last year, the defense was struggling a little bit. Then the defense finally caught on to his scheme. Remember, when you're talking about football, you have to look at three aspects of the game. You can't just focus on MJ Stewart, another one, Vernon Hargreaves. You have to look at three. Like, we don't want to talk about the history of the Bucs defense, but let's be real. Todd Bowles has made a 360 with the Bucs defense. It was horrible. So, and the defense is trending up. Let's stay that way. Hopefully he can keep the defense going. And I still think the secondary still needs a little work, but that comes with time. So with that being said, I hope everybody appreciate Todd Bowles and what he's done with the Bucs defense versus what we had, Mike Smith, Mark Duffner, Greg Schiano, Lovie Smith. Like, y'all seen these defenses. They did not help the offense out. The previous defensive coaches, they did not help the offense out at all. Y'all seen the games. We will be up winning, and all of a sudden the defense can't stop nobody. You know what I'm saying? But Todd Bowles' defense, we stopping people. Todd Bowles' defense is stopping people on third downs. They're getting turnovers. They're getting sacks. Remember Mike Smith? I think sacks are overrated. Remember that comment? A lot of people don't want to talk about that, but I will. On this channel, I will. They will dance around the topic on how bad the Bucs defense was before Todd Bowles. They will dance around that topic and only focus on one thing. But once again, on this channel, I talk about the whole thing. I paint the whole picture. I don't paint the piece of the picture to make it, oh, this is all the picture it is. No. When I paint a picture of the team or anything I talk about, I paint the whole picture. I don't leave out a lot of stuff. Yeah, that bend don't break defense, Young DZ. That bend don't break. 3rd and 11. Smith, we'll be in the lead. Mike Smith. What you doing? Mike Smith, first down. Like, oh my gosh, he got a first down on 3rd and 18. Like, oh my gosh. Y'all seen defense. Y'all seen that. Y'all seen Mark Duffner. Y'all seen Lovie Smith defense. Y'all seen Greg Schiano defense. Way, like, can the secondary do anything? Now we have the utmost confidence in our secondary to a degree that, oh, we got confidence in our secondary now. But remember, people danced around that topic. I gave y'all the stats before Todd Bowles got here, how the defense looked with the turnovers and the defense looked without the turnovers. Right? Points allowed, the Bucs were bottom 5 in points allowed. That's with the turnovers, right? And the turnovers didn't help, right? The quarterback turning the ball over didn't help, right? But if you take away the points off of turnovers from the interceptions from the previous quarterback, the Bucs were ranked still bottom 10 in points allowed. So you take away the points off of turnovers that the defense was coming back on the field. If you take away those points, they still gave up 23 points a game. That was still bottom 10. Like 22, 23, like, you know. But with the points that was given up because of the turnovers right back on the field, they was like bottom 5. But you take away those turnovers, before Todd Bowles got here, the Bucs still gave up a lot of points. So you get what I'm saying with this. So congratulations, Todd Bowles. I'm glad you are here. I'm glad you turned this defense around because of the horrible memories I remember about the Bucs defense. It was so bad for several years, and nobody wanted to talk about it because the focus was not on the defense. But he got a 3-year extension, so hopefully he comes back next year and takes the job at some point. If not, I wish him the best. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this defense look, continuing on from the last 4 or 5 weeks throughout the playoffs, and continuing that same momentum moving forward for this season. I cannot wait to see that. Especially, I'm looking forward. I want to see what the preseason looked like with the defense, with the depth. I want to see what he did with the depth behind the starters. So, can't wait. Stay tuned for that. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is BucosLocker. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, and share the videos. With that being said, I want y'all to fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. We risk to get the biscuit, and we got the biscuit. Facts over feelings. Hashtag facts over feelings. BucosLocker out. I'll see y'all later.